one of the guys out in California sent me told me about a form number, and it was PS7461. Okay, this is for the title to your property, because basically we're under a railroad company system here, under this federal railroad system. And your house is basically a trackage in the railroad system. You have to come in and fill out this 7461, PS7461 form, and then send that into the postmaster to have your property title sent back to you.
And just that form and nothing else?
Well, you need to look at the form, okay?
Okay, I'll go look at it.
Okay? Read the instructions. I don't have one, so I'm not worried about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I can only take care of so many things at one time.
Well, I'm trying to look for that form. It's P like in Paul, S7461?
No, yes, P is in Paul, postal service, PS. And it's 7461. I put it on the site in the folder.
Okay.
In the postal system.
Yes, there it was. I downloaded it. Yeah, that was 2 days ago you put it in.
Oh, yeah,
everything that we send out has to be by COD. Okay? You want a response, you send it out by COD. You always demand money, a payment from them. Like your utility company. You paid the bill last month, okay? You're going to do a 1099-C this month against the bill, but you're going to do a 1099-A against the payment that you basically paid in last month, because they are withholding a tax from you on that second payment.
Mm-hmm.
You also do a 1099-C for last month's bill.
Okay.
Now, you have a claim of what is on the 1099-A form. Okay? So now you send this out by COD. But you have to either use registered mail or express mail service, and then you put your COD on there. And COD does not stand for cash on delivery. It stands for collection on delivery. You're collecting, okay? And you're having the post office collect either a money order or a check. That's not cash.
Okay.
Okay, so it's collection on delivery. Read the definition in Anderson's Law Dictionary. It's right there. You can either, if you're in the local area, like for a court scenario, you turn around and you send in your 1099-C to cancel the ticket. But if there's an appearance bond on there, then you do a 1099-A for the appearance bond, and you go down and have the sheriff take that up there and collect the appearance bond for you. He is now your postal COD collector. You're using a third-party collector. They withheld a tax from you. Everything is about taxes out here, and like I said, we are the tax collector. They deposited those bills into our depository. Now we have to go and collect on those bills. The stamp, the $300 penalty that basically the government has been putting on these envelopes is deposited with the Postal Service. If we don't come and claim it from the postal bank system at the end of the year, since the post office or the postal system is a non-for-profit organization, they have to zero their books, and because the shareholders, that's us, did not come in and claim that payment, it reverts back over to the federal government to utilize for the next year.
So it's important to save all those envelopes that they send you.
All the envelopes, all your certificates, all your receipts you get from the post office. You can turn around all your certified mail labels, all your express mail labels, all the receipts that you go in, you can turn around. Look at the receipt that you got from the post office. It prints it out and says bill number, and then it's got the clerk's number. So they gave you a bill. Now you turn around and you can claim all of that postage you paid out of your back pocket because that was a tax. And they're withholding that tax from you. Now you have to turn around and claim it back. So you put all that together, put a 1099-A in, and claim it back.
Right. There is a bill number, and under it has the clerk number. I'm looking at a
Yes.
receipt.
Now, if you don't have, you can also use the receipt that is on the certified mail, but do not double charge them. If you put the receipt in, okay, then you can't use the certified mail receipt.
Right.
Okay? You only use one or the other. Same thing with the express mail. If you have the white copy that prints out on the machine, then you can use that. That's the best one you should be using because that's got the bill number on it. Okay? But if you don't, then you can turn around and claim scan a copy of a lot of these things for your records and then do a 1099-A with that when you send that in. Now, tomorrow morning, you need to call up the IRS in Bloomington, Illinois, and get a bunch of 1099-As on order. There's 3 1099-As per sheet. So if you're ordering 30 of them, you tell them 30, you're going to get 10 sheets.
Right.
Okay? For the 1099-Bs, there's 2 per sheet. Okay? You shouldn't need too many 1099-Bs. And then for the 1099-Cs, there's 3 per sheet on that. And then you also need to order up some 1096 forms because you have to do 1096 for if you're doing 5 or 6 1099-Cs, you put in 1 1096 in with that. You can't mix and match on the 1096. It's got to be either all 1099-Cs or 1099-As or whatever. Those are the only ones that we need to worry about. Okay? We just do primarily the 1099-Cs and A. We cancel the debt, and then we claim what they've withheld from us. You should have a copy of your W-8 on file, so that basically you have yourself identified that you are tax exempt. Now, we're starting to really click. I mean, these people are really starting to become aware of us, and they have not touched us because they can't touch us because we've done everything essentially right. Okay, we were missing a few things, but we have not caused any harm to anybody.
Right.
Stay away from 1099 OIDs. Those are for the financial system. You are not the financial entities out there that 1099 OID refers to. The only ones that you can really operate are the 1099-Cs, Bs, and A's. And the 1099B is going to be very minimal. And I hope I made a little sense here out of this deal, because I'm getting tired of arguing with people, and I don't want to have any discussion of any type of item in that regards tonight. So, if you have a legitimate question, I'll take it. Otherwise, I'm through.
Okay. I wasn't trying to argue with you about the acceptance for value. I know a few people who said they got it, but then a month later, the IRS came back and wanted it back. So
that's because they didn't know how to do the system
right. So we have to go back and do the UCC ones now. So if we're going to do the CODs, it's as you said on the audio, it's very likely that they're going to refuse it. So does this mean we're going to have to be prepared to go into court cases to actually collect on it?
No.
Do we give
turn around? You send them to 1099A. Okay, you send it into the IRS. You turn around and you send the IRS after them, the CID.
Okay, so we do 3949A to get them going.
Yes.
Okay.
They've refused to settle. Okay. Now, see, the post office will, with a COD, will make 2 attempts to settle, to offer that to them to make the payment. But you better have a legitimate claim in there. You put on the outside of the envelope, settlement and set-off documents included, or enclosed. You're offering settlement. Now, if they refuse the settlement, then they are the ones that are now in default. Okay? So there is no bill. They try and take you into court. You offer settlement. You won hands down. Because you have your proof that you tried to offer settlement.
Can't they argue that we didn't see the settlement? We're not going to pay out money for it?
They can't do that because basically you got the post office sitting there that took the damn thing to them, and they got it documented.
Okay.
Okay?
And if you actually did send in just a piece of blank paper and try to collect $60,000, you're in big trouble.
You did send in a piece of blank paper, okay?
But what you're saying is that it is settlement, because if they pay the money and then we turn in a fraudulent document, then we're in trouble.
Yes, if you try and do something like that, okay?
Right.
I'm not talking about stupid piece of paper here today, okay? I'm trying to get you on track, okay? You start thinking, okay? You'd rather just give up and basically crawl in a hole somewhere, okay? You want to work this system, then you better start working at it.
Okay, well, you have all these little wrinkles that once you explain them.
They're not little wrinkles.
Well,
they're basically the system that you have to learn, okay?
Yeah, once you explain them, they're obvious. I get it.
Okay. Any questions out there from you people?
So are we?
Okay, I'm not trying to chew you out too damn much, but basically I'm trying to wake you up.
Okay.
I sat there, just tried to ask a simple question: how many Federal Reserve Bank or federal banks are there in this country? We know that there's a Federal Reserve Bank. Well, where in the hell is the main bank? It's like you got a football team, okay? 1 year, they played most of the season with the reserves. Everybody bought that was a real season. total bullshit. They weren't playing with the real players, the money players. They were playing with the reserves. That's what people out here have been playing with, is the reserve bank. Where in the hell's the real bank? A 100 years, people have been sitting here, and they've never asked the right damn question.
Yeah, well,
where is the real bank?
Yeah.
That's how dumb the people in this country are.
So your BOE for $10,000, that would still get sent in on the TSP.
You need to address the changes that I addressed there by putting your UCC
on the memo
on it.
On the memo line, okay.
And then you've got to have your 1099As along with it too. Okay?
Okay.
We're getting, but you need to send it in by COD. You're making a claim, so you need to use the COD. You're making a collection, so you need to use the COD. That's what it says. Collection on delivery. That's the key component that we were missing, was the COD.
This may be a stupid question, but I was thinking about this from a banker's point of view, that they're not going to pay out on a document till they see the document. Would it make sense to send them also the settlement documents or copies of the settlement document by regular mail so they can see them, so that when the COD comes?
Tom, stop right there.
Okay.
Go into the damn Anderson Law Dictionary and read what it says about COD, collection on delivery.
Collect on delivery, right.
They have to give. They're not supposed to see the documents inside until they pay to see the documents inside.
Okay.
That's the game. They know damn well that basically if it's coming from you and you've got a loan with them, that they owe you something.
Ah, right.
Okay?
Even though no one's ever
Stop
called them on it.
presuming that they need to have all this other stuff. They don't. They know who in the hell you are. They can check out where this is coming from. In a lot of cases, they sent you the damn bill to begin with.
Sure. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're coming now in to collect on that bill.
Okay.
Just like at the post office. You're coming in to collect on that bill that the post office is withholding taxes from you.
For me, too.
They deposited it into your hand, okay? You now want your money back.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that's why it's a thrift savings plan.
So when we pay postage, we're actually making deposits in our thrift savings plan.
You're making a deposit into your thrift savings plan. Whether you
Okay.
want to collect it, you have to come back later and withdraw it.
Okay.
Is anybody else confused about this thing out there?
Any more questions?
Anybody else want to talk to me after I chew your butt out?
Well, you're way ahead of us, Patrick, and when we try to catch up...
I'm not way ahead of you, okay? You guys just need to, basically, it's all right here, okay?
Yes. But you've seen the implications over and over again, and it's still sort of new to us, and the moment you explain it, it then becomes much more obvious to us, and I appreciate that. Okay, anybody have any questions? Now you said in your audio that there were other forms that you wanted us to go over in that document list to see if we could come up with any ideas of how to use them too.
Yeah, take a look, try and see what other forms you can look up. There's 47 pages of documents there, okay? Not all of them are necessarily tied into the post office, but they are, because the post office is over everything. They may be ag department forms sitting there, but they're still being run through the post office because the post office is the banking system of the country.
So there's plenty of tools for us to look at which we may be able to use, but we have to examine them all.
Well, yeah, but for the most part, you just need to look at the ones that I just addressed. Okay?
Yes, and the ones you highlighted.
Get a good understanding and try and get those $300 penalty envelopes. Basically, at least get some cash back in your pocket.
Yep, I got mine. I got about a dozen.
Okay.
I got about a dozen.
And basically, you can take your receipts and put those in also.
Okay.
Okay? Anybody else have a question?
No, I don't. I just have to read now.
Pardon?
I just have to do a lot of research.
Okay.
Well, you don't have to do that much research, okay? Just listen to this audio.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
I tried to simplify this thing down.
And you
as
have.
much as possible.
And you have.
I'm going to do the UCC one. I just brought it up. I haven't done that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but right now, you don't need to worry about getting a $10,000 bill of exchange in. Look around. How many receipts do you have for postage? How many Pitney Bowes envelopes do you have that have a red Pitney Bowes or even a black Pitney Bowes on them? Look at the bottom of your envelope. It might have your zip code, a $sign, and then your 4-digit box number. If it does, it's telling you that's money.
I'm looking at a red, something I got, and it has a J-I and then a little emblem and then
No, don't even look at that. Basically, if it's got red on it and it's got Pitney Bowes, okay, you can claim that 46-cent stamp, basically, because that is who all taxes in this country are owed to the United States of America.
And we're part of it.
Okay, you understand that? All taxes in this country are owed to the United States of America. They're not owed to the corporations. Okay? Now, who is the United States of America?
We the people.
We the people. So all we have to do is come in and the post office is holding all of these stamp taxes that the corporations had to pay. The $300 penalty envelope. Okay, I've been to almost every court out here in the country. Federal courts, state courts, but primarily with the federal courts. I've gotten a couple envelopes back from the federal courts that had a $300 penalty on them. In one case, it had the black $300 penalty, and then it also had a $300 penalty in red. So that was a total of $600 for that envelope. Well, it just so happens that in that case, when I paid the filing fee, instead of going in proper office, I'm dead broke, filling that form out, when I paid the filing fee, they sent me an envelope back. What were they doing? They were giving me the filing fee back.
Yeah, that surprised me when you said in your audio that when you didn't pay the filing fee, they sent you the mail without the
$300 penalty.
Yeah,
because basically they owed you nothing. But when I paid the filing fee, we don't have to pay for the filing of a court action. But they're going to hide it from us in the process.